But here is young Liu Haotian, 15 years of age. Remarkable, really. Breaking off in our first frame. The first of 5, of course, will book their place in the last 16. Started playing snooker at the age of 10, did Liu. And a fine victory over Craig Steadman in the round of 64 by 5 frames to 3. So I'm sure Ali Carter, now at the table with an early chance, will be giving his young opponent the utmost respect. Joe Johnson alongside me once again in the commentary box.
Yes, good afternoon everybody. And Ali Carter, 2 World Finals. It's going to be a tough match this for Liu Haotian. But he's a very attacking player and he's capable of beating anybody. Look at that for an attacking shot. And he's on a red to the right corner. Didn't hold back there, did he? Terrific bust. Black and pink's free. Here it is again. Ali Carter could do with a good run. Provisionally up at number 16. Well, that's the best he could get onto the pink because the enough was on if he'd have pulled the cue back any further. Now, if he's absolutely straight on this red, he can hold for the pink. If not, then position just a little bit more difficult to play. Just off straight. Played it in off the left side of the pocket, and that was a good shot. Took the risk on missing it for position. Just having a look at that red to the right corner, which would have led him to the black. Having to go back up for the blue now. Again, attacking shot there, just breaking up into those 3 reds that were all covering one another. Looks like he's been out here for an hour or so. Just dropped straight into his rhythm, and he's got his eye in pretty quickly. Just the right side of the pink to drop through for the 2 reds below the pink. Well, he's broke off, left a red on. This is the result.
The harsh world of top professional snooker.
Well, by playing for the pink, he needs another red. But it shouldn't be a problem just to drop it in beyond the red into the same pocket. What a good start this is for Ali Carter. Never been out of position. Just made sure of the red. Three snookers required.
The 15-year-old Liu Haotian up against it then today, against one of the best players in the world, Ali Carter, the reigning German Masters champion, who's kick-started his campaign this afternoon with a break of 75 to take the opening frame.
Pretty good break off to start the second frame. Got that cue ball practically dead on the cushion. Not a bad reply from where he was. Has left a long red to the right corner, but it's not straightforward. Just come down to see if the black will go, but it's dangerous to play for the black. The experience of Ali Carter there, refusing the long red. Doesn't want to leave his opponent an easy starter. Oh, that cue ball, finding that corner pocket. So a chance for young Liu. applause for his first red. First scoring opportunity. I don't think he's come far enough for the red he played for. Into the baulk corner. Now he's going to be forced to take on this long red. No guarantee position off of this one. And no guarantee of the pot. It wasn't easy. He was trying to get onto the black, which he did do. But he's left Carter with a simple starter. Just come a little straight on the black. I'm sure he would have liked an angle to go into them. Having to play for the two reds for the baulk area. And played a pretty good shot.
The ever-present sound of the mobile phone. Try as they might, the officials don't seem to be able to stamp out the problem. I think the players are getting used to it now.
No, I don't know how long I'd have been playing, but I don't think I'd have ever got used to that. It's so off-putting, and especially if it's just on the stroke. Just on the backswing. And I suppose it all depends, Phil, whether you're winning or losing at the time. If you're winning, very little bothers you. If you're losing, you wear absolutely everything. Now, try and leave an angle on the blue here to open that pack of reds, and he's done that. Didn't hold back last time. Needs to catch the pink full in the face. Not quite full. He's not on anything easy, although he's got a red to the baulk corner. Could have been a lot easier than this. Could take the other red to the yellow pocket. Play that one with some kind of safety attached to it. Well, played it in such a way as he wasn't going to leave anything except the red he was playing on. So nothing here for Lou. was a pretty good safety shot from Haotian there. Just caught it a little bit too thin, but no damage done. Again, caught it too thin, and he's left a half chance here. Yes, good pot. Just got a bit too much right-hand side on the cue ball. Played for the two reds just above the black. But that cue ball a little close to the cushion for comfort. It's made this pot into a difficult one. Oh, that's a good recovery. Could have been a kinder kiss. He's on the blue or the pink. Neither shot. What you would call easy. Yes, another very good pot. Good rest player, Allister. Well, good all-round player. And such fighting qualities as well. Never knows when he's beaten. Remember him being 12-9 down to Judd Trump in the World Championship. And he produced 4 excellent frames. Hasn't quite come far enough there, though. Don't think he can pot the black, and he's the wrong side of the pink. Well, can he? He could, but he couldn't zip past the red. So another tough one. Well, refused to take it on. Again, trying to keep his young opponent pretty cold. Didn't want to take the red along the cushion and leave it on. Caught it too thick. And left it a chance at this red. So it was the right decision for Ali Carter to play the last shot. Especially if that goes in. So one more red after this black.
Well, the polite applause rather than the deafening applause next door may give you some indication as to who won the opening frame between Ding Junhui and Joe Perry. It's gone the way of Perry on the final black. So the home favourites fans subdued for the moment as Perry strikes first. Remember, that's a match you can enjoy on Eurosport 1 a little later on. Who has yet to get a feel for conditions out there, hasn't really had a clear-cut opportunity.
No, but that was a half chance, and it was a poor safety from Ali Carter that allowed him that chance. That could so easily have gone in.
57 the difference then, 59 remaining. Carter the firm favourite, but there are enough points left for Liu.
Again, caught it thick. Ali Carter just needs the red. And again, the phone didn't put him off. He just knocked that red in. Fully focused, Ali Carter.
Even though it rang on the backswing.
It did.
Well, this has been a thoroughly professional display from Carter early on. One visit to the table, enough to clinch the first frame with that break of 75, and he's kept the pressure on young Liu in this one. Not taken any undue risks. Looking to make his vastly greater experience tell, and it's working so far. He's doubled his lead. Carter currently ranked down at 16. He has been as high as number 2, so he'll be keen to get right back up the rankings. I mentioned that his Crohn's disease has taken its toll in some of the events that he's contested in the last season or two, but he's certainly looking in fine form this afternoon. Carter then 2-0 to the good against Liu Haotian. Trails. Yes, just 5 more spots to fill as regards the draw for the last 16. Dave Gilbert currently leading Alan McManus by a frame to 0 on one of those outside tables. Li Hang playing his Chinese compatriot Zhao Gudong. Hang, of course, having deposed Judd Trump, the world number 3. A major shock in the previous round, and Li is leading 1-0 there. Joe Perry, as I mentioned, stole the first frame against Ding Junhui on the black. That match on table 1 and will be appearing on Eurosport 1 in due course. Scott Donaldson, he leads the in-form Jimmy Robertson, who whitewashed former world champ Graham Dott in the previous round by a frame to 0. Among the winners earlier on today, if you're just joining us, Mark Williams came through a high quality battle with the very gifted Jack Lazowski 5-4. John Higgins continuing his good form. Remember, Higgins won the opening European Tour event of the season in Sofia just a couple of weeks ago. A 5-1 winner over Deshawat Poomjang. Matthew Stevens came through against Liang Wenbo. So plenty of the big names in good form. Neil Robertson another. He beat Martin Gould 5-2.
Well, once again, he catches it too thick. He opens the reds. When you open the reds, you've got to get that cue ball close to the cushion. Great pot. And the way that Ali Carter's playing with the red spread around the black, you'd expect him to score pretty heavily here. He'd like to clear that red, that's over the right corner pocket. The black would then go in both pockets, and that's creating just a little bit of a problem at the moment. He could play for the reds into the left corner, but with the black not going, red past the other red. Had he been straight on that, it would have been difficult to get position, but he had just enough angle to stun out for the black. Didn't need to stun into them, which would have left him still on this red. Just a little awkward here. Has to play a delicate positional shot. Would have liked to have missed the reds, but it's okay still. On a red to the left middle, left corner, sorry, right middle, left corner. Perfectly on the blue. The two reds just to the right of the cluster. They were the ones that was causing the problem. Should be able to remove one of them here. That opens the way to get onto that cluster of reds into the left corner. So another red and a black will take him to the snooker's required stage for his opponent. But what a good start this is. First 3 frames for Ali Carter. Hasn't missed anything. When he ran out of position, he played good safety in the last frame. And he's kept his opponent stone cold. He'd like to see another red disappear though, just to make this frame absolutely safe. 2 snookers required at the moment, so his opponent may come back to the table if this red doesn't go in. And it's not a gimme playing with the long spider.
He's become really battle hardened though, hasn't he, Joe, in the last few years or so. Always been a terrific talent. We knew that from very early in his career when he first came onto the scene. Well, the red stays out, so Liu may elect to play on. He does come back to the table, but I think in the last 4 or 5 years he's had some great wins, he's had some disappointments as well, but it's just made him so much tougher now. He's a real competitor, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes, absolutely. He can beat anybody now, Ali Carter. And as you say, always had the ability, but now he's proven it. And full marks to him to have been able to do that with the Crohn's disease that he suffered from. Which I'm sure has held him back.
Yes, you wonder how much more he might have achieved had it not been for that. But he has 3 ranking titles to his name. He's still only 33 years of age.
Been in 2 world finals.
When only Ronnie O'Sullivan was good enough to deny him. Plenty of time to add to that trophy cabinet.
Yeah, because he's still only, what, 33? Still got a great future.
Well, it's clinical snooker from Carter. You have to feel a little for Liu. He really hasn't had a chance to get going. All of his mistakes punished. Carter 3-1 up. When he's run out of position, piling the pressure on his young opponent, and just 2 frames away already from victory. This is the final frame then before the mid-session interval, a frame Liu desperately needs.
And he's not going to pop many from there. Can't see enough of this red to take it on. Yes, that thick safety shot in the last frame cost him. And he's hit 1 or 2 thick. Can't afford to do it. There's an old saying, better too thin than too thick. Catch them too thick, you open the reds, but the cue ball stays down this end of the table. Catch them too thin, you don't necessarily open them. Cue ball may come back down again, but still a tightly bunched pack. The mistake that Liu made in the last frame was catching them much too thick. Never came back to the table.
Yes, you feel what he needs, Joe, is a nice easy starter and the chance to get his hand on the table, get a bit of confidence going.
I agree. Oh, 1 good long pot like that. But he's just struck it a little hard. Look what happens when it's going against you.
Terrific red, particularly from tied on the cushion.
You can still take this green on, but it's a tough one. An inch slower would have been easy. That's a good pot, considering the state of the game. Well, this red in the left corner will lead him to the black. And from there, he may be able to play a nice positional shot to develop those 2 reds. I think this is another young man that's going to have a great future in the game. Very exciting to watch. Very quick round the table. Sees the shot very quickly. A natural talent.
By far and away the best player ever to emerge from China, Ding Junhui, has got his work cut out in the early stages on table 1, by the way. Joe Perry has doubled his lead, 2-0. Perry with the edge in the early stages in that one.
Now, may try and play the cannon to that red above the black and to the right. Oh, he played it superbly. Just needed to play it with a touch of left-hand side and just the right amount of side. I'm sure Ali Carter there just admiring this young man's play so far. Well, he could play this with a lot of topspin and open the reds up. I could play a little screw shot to the red, just to the right of the pink, and leave him on the pink. Deep screw shot to the cushion with side. Lots of shots for him to play. Which one has he chosen? It's the run through, and look at that. Perfectly on the black, and the red's there for the taking. This could be a big one.
Well, this is some effort from Liu, having barely had a shot to go at in the first 3 frames. Completely dominated by Carter to this point. But what a response, showing what he's capable of.
Yes, it was a good safety from Ali Carter. He was dead on the top cushion when he slotted one in. Played a difficult green. Well, he wants to come back onto the black, but surely this is the shot. Take the blue, come back down to the reds. No need to take risks with tough shots.
Didn't do anything wrong in this frame, Carter.
No, he did what he's been doing all the match, playing a good safety. Didn't want the kiss. And he wasn't quite sure what to do with that shot. And just when it was going so well.
Well, a little unlucky to find the pocket there via the red. Big century in the offing for Liu. It was all looking so good for him, but that little kiss shaving the red, enough to end the break with a foul.
Another good safety from Ali Carter. No easy path back to balk. Well, did well there to catch the red so thin, and that's a very good safety. Good return. Well, once again, he catches it too thick. And he's left a chance at this red to the right corner. Still a little short with his safety shot there. Oh, that's a terrific shot. Played with a lot of left-hand side on the cue ball to avoid the reds. And, well, looks like the snooker, he could take the green on. Guaranteed snooker and in trouble. Managed to get it close to the green. And this is tough. The reds are all there for the taking if he leaves one on. Well, it's a dangerous shot to play, but if he could just land up to the red above the pink, dead weight, just land up to it, he wouldn't leave anything on. He'd have to hit it full ball, and that's what he's looking at there. And full marks for thinking of the shot. Easy to think of them sat here, but down there where all the tension is. It's a good speed. It's a good speed. He hasn't got the direction, but it was a good speed. Well, I'm surprised he asked for it back, because that was a chance for the pot. Could have run up the table for one of the baulk colours. This is better. Yes, well played. It just shows you his experience at this game to have thought of that shot. There's a lot of pros that wouldn't have done. He's 15, don't forget. Anxious looks there from Allister, but it's a pretty good safety. He's got to be careful not to push a red over the left corner. Again, he catches it thick. If anything, his safety has let him down. hasn't left anything easy yet for Ali Carter. He's left an easy safety. Excellent safety shot from Haotian. And trouble for Ali Carter. Trying to land up to the red, dead on the black cushion. Couldn't have played it any better.
Oohs and ahs from the neighbouring match table, where of course Ding Junhui, the home favourite, is in action against Joe Perry. Perry leading 2-0 and had a sizable 50-plus lead in the third, but Ding at the table at the moment, looking to claw his way back. It's a frame he badly needs. Well, that difficult red that Lou played just a moment ago, thought it could have been costly. And that's the first one that Ali Carter's missed by some distance. Fortunately, the red has run safe. I think it just drifted in behind the green. And again, very good safety shot from Ali Carter. So a similar shot to what Ali played a moment ago. Trying to land up to this red on the cushion. No damage done.
Certainly hard enough this time, but that really is a mistake. Much too hard, and he got the direction wrong.
Crowd go wild on table one as Ding pulls a frame back against Joe Perry. When it looked like he might slip 3-0 behind, it's 2-1 then to Perry. And Carter move 4-0 in front of Liu Haotian.
Well, every chance now, Phil. He's got pink or blue. Still got quite a bit of work to do with 2 or 3 safe-ish reds. But might be able to play the cannon to 1 here and stay on the black. No, chose to come round for the pink. It's a little hard. One of these 2 reds may go to the right corner. Played it well. You'd like the bottom red to go, stay on the black, but I don't think it does. No, he's got to play back up for the pink. Well, looking at it there, it didn't go. But he's back in the game now, Ali Carter, just 11 points behind. Yes, it's a massive frame this for Liu Haotian. If he loses it, well, hard to see a way back. And 3-1, not a disaster. Mark Williams came back from 3-1 earlier today.
Yes, Williams getting the better of Jack Lazowski and a nail biter. 5-4. Apparently, yet another player to be using a new cue this season. Seems to be working for John Higgins. And signs that Williams is finding a bit of the old form as well.
Well, completely mishit that one. And if he gets away with this, which he has
he been there?
Very, very fortunate.
A rueful smile from Liu, my goodness. Carter had no right to leave that safe.
He's just a little short with his safety each time he comes to the table. Liu Haotian. Once again, he's short with his safety shot. And this could be expensive if this red goes in.
That's a surprising miss from Carter. An opportunity to move 4-0 in front there, going into the interval.
But what a great chance now for young Lou here. Oh, well, it wasn't a gimme, you've got to say. And neither is this what he's left. But it was a chance. Disappointed.
Yes, this is the kind of shot that can go wrong with distance between the balls.
Yes, put everything into the pot and not a lot into the position.
Winner of this match, by the way, will face David Morris in the next round. Morris having beaten Gerard Green 5-2 today. Green ball nominated by Carter as he plays safe. So just 10 points between this pair in this fourth frame. 43 still on.
Well, this time a little bit too hard from Lou Haotian. And this is a chance. And not a bad kiss. Nicely on the blue to be able to come down for that last red. Great chance this to go 4-0 up.
Feels like a long time ago that Lou was on that break of 49 and banging in amongst the reds, which were perfectly split. Potted the blue, but then just kissed a red and found the pocket with the cue ball. And now in danger of seeing another frame disappear.
Well, that was a bit pacey. It looked pacey coming to the cushion, but he may have got a big bounce at the same time. And this is a tough brown. Well played.
Good recovery, and just the blue required then for Carter to make it 4 frames out of 4 and put him within 1 of victory. So that early break of 49 for Liu has not proved to be decisive. It's been a rock-solid display, though, from the world number 16, Ali Carter. Good afternoon once again. Welcome back to the Wuxi Sports Centre, and we're back underway on table 2. Last 16 place up for grabs, and as you see, Ali Carter firmly in charge against a young Liu Haotian of China, the man from Beijing, yet to get a frame on the board. His best chance coming just before the mid-session interval. A break of 49 with the reds very invitingly spread, but Liu, in potting the blue, kissed a red and went in off, and eventually Carter prevailed on the colours. So a mountain to climb now for the 15-year-old. Carter requiring just 1 more frame for a place in the round of 16, where he would face David Morris. Good opening red again from Liu.
Yes, a cracking shot, but not on a colour. So just a safety. Well, no, it's not a safety. He played the pot. And what an attacking shot that was. Deserves to win the frame from that shot. Whether it will or not, another thing, but 2 great opening shots to this 5th frame.
Ding Junhui in a spot of bother on table 1, a match you can enjoy now over on Eurosport 1 with Dave Hendon and Mike Hallett. Ding trailing Joe Perry 3-1 at their interval. In the all-Chinese affair on one of the outside tables, Li Hang, conqueror of Judd Trump, is 2-1 up against Xiao Gudong. Dave Gilbert leads Alan McManus 3-1, and Scott Donaldson also 3-1 up against Jimmy Robertson. Remember, the last 16 will be completed today. We'll know the full lineup. Among the big names who've got through today, Mark Williams, who you just saw during our mid-session interval, complete a 5-4 victory over Jack Lazowski. The 2-time champion Williams playing with a new cue by all accounts, perhaps finding some of the old form that's deserted him in recent seasons. Neil Robertson looked very good at the back end of his victory over Martin Gould, a match you may well have been enjoying with us on Eurosport 2 a little earlier. And John Higgins, newly crowned champion in Sofia in the Bulgarian Open, the first European Tour event of the new campaign. He also looked good in beating Deshawat Poomjang 5-1. Higgins matching the tournament high break of 138 along the way. How Liu would love to get a frame on the board, get a foothold in this match against Ali Carter.
Yes, if just for his army of fans that are watching him. Pink to the right middle will go. And he's still got a couple of reds he can play for. Well, that certainly helps matters, the pink going on the black spot. Now if he can leave an angle on the pink to be able to go into them, and that's just about perfect. Needs to go into them with speed. They're tightly bunched, these reds. Well, it could have been better. He's still on a red to the right corner, but he deserved to be on something a little easier than this. Just didn't get enough zip on that cue ball. But that's a great recovery shot. Oh, don't tell me he's been unfortunate again. The red coming to block the pocket for the blue into the yellow pocket. Yes, it has, so he's taking the more difficult yellow. And that could be an important miss. .38 points, but it's not enough at this standard. Took the opportunity to open them up. And again, he could have been on something easier. He's still on the red to the left corner, baulk corner. And left middle. Just one difficult red near the left side cushion. The rest all in open play.
Beginning to look a little ominous, this for Liu Haotian.
Yes, just come a little farther on the blue. So just taking stock of things. Played a delightful cannon to the red to hold for the other red. Into the left corner, and that was a super shot. Had to catch it full in the face.
Carter then edges into the lead. Quick look at the scoreboard, but also at something distracting him in the crowd.
Doesn't want to be straight on this pink. And I think that's fairly straight. So I may have to take the blue. No, he's got the angle. Only just.
Well, not a gimme. This is a thin cut. Could be a frame winner if he gets it, though. And a match winner as well.
Yes, as you say, Phil, it's not easy, though, this one. Having a good look at the potting angle. He could play the snooker behind the pink in case he misses it. Oh, just dropped in. And just not far enough on the blue. Neither the middle nor the corner. An inch either way. It would have been an easy blue. Just building himself up there to take this blue on. Another very good pressure shot from Ali Carter. Nice angle on the yellow to screw up for the green. 15 points in front. He'll need the brown. Just working it out. Not always easy when you're down there in the heat of battle. So just this brown needed. And he's played exceptionally well today. He hasn't given his opponent much of a chance. Nicely played.
Yes, it's been a thoroughly professional display, hasn't it, from Ali Carter today. He's scored heavily. He's kept his opponent under pressure. Lou, with a couple of chances in the last couple of frames to make an impact, showed glimpses of his special talent. But Carter's experience and match play skills won the day. So a whitewash then for the world number 16. From Essex in England. Carter safely through to the last 16, where he will play David Morris for a place in the quarterfinals. Congratulations then to the man they call the captain, because he can fly planes in his spare time. Carter flying high today.